Make something from scratch. It's not easy, but if you have the right people around you, anything is possible.
Thanks for this. Make more of what's yours.
So, welcome everyone. I'm wearing a different shirt than what I started out with. I think I'm on the third shirt.
I don't know.
I got to do laundry, so I'm like, ooh, a lot of laundry to do.
Actually, we just did. Well, you eat again. You don't want to miss this. See, I use the sweet.
I did dishes, so didn't have a lot of dishes. I just put a bunch of shit in there. So let's have a seat and smoke some blueberry pie. Oh my, who does it like pie in the afternoon? So today I got this soap and I immersed my whole hair in it. Let me explain. Ooh, my hair is so dry. It is really dry. I'm gonna wait until I got an audience to show my hair. If not, that's fine. I won't. I'm going to just spread good vibes right now. I'm just hanging 10 and hoping everything's alright. I like this. Let the shenanigans begin.
Any particular reason for this sudden attack of conscience?
They had something to do with a certain videotape which helps his wife.
I really enjoyed today. I spent longer in there than what I thought. And I didn't get super tan or burned. Thankfully, I did wear screen protector. That was only good for an hour, and I was in there for 2. I didn't know. Next time what I'll do is I will set a timer on a different phone and have it for an hour. I get too happy. It is just beautiful. You know, and I have a spot that's more shaded. I go there because I get sometimes I have vitamin D deficiency, so it's good for me to go outside. Welcome. I am Omega. This is Prum. You're welcome to chat over here. And today I did a live with, I did a live soak with Aztec Secret Health and Beauty. Their green calcium bentonite clay, and I used 4 hours and soaked in it, put my hair in it. It's still dry. It's, well, I'm going to water it again and put some conditioner in beforehand and brush it out. Oh my God. It's clown. It really is like straw.
Just keep thinking about that.
Oh boy. It's like, oh boy. Yeah, it's something else. I got some wild hair going.
Yes, my mom's gonna be there.
Just my family. But I didn't ruin it. It made it really soft. It made it really soft. It's just I tried to put so much conditioner afterwards. It's kind of tacky. So I'm going to rewash it and just put conditioner in. Before I go to bed. So I have been very happy with the results. My hands feel great. My back feels wonderful. So what I did is in mid-afternoon, because it's warm around, you know, when it gets about after 10, 11, is a good time to pour your water and let it get warm. And then I went in there. It was like bath water. After a while, though, it did get kind of cool. It was 2 hours. There's only so much you can do. I got all heated up, went in there and poured 4 jars of clay in there, and boy, and I put also tea tree oil in, and that is an amazing oil within itself. It is absolutely wonderful, and it helps with all kinds of stuff, including in dealing with sore muscles. You can soak with that and use the clay. And then you have dealing with, you know, it's a deterrent for bugs along with bug bites. And then you can use it in your swamp cooler. You can use it in your shampoo conditioner. You know, it's just so many things you can use it for. So anyway, put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And let's smoke some weed. It's
Even the 14-hour day always
happy.
if I
You
show
know?
my face at home before 11 p.m., my wife calls the police. So you know what that's like. Only too well.
There we
Said
go.
we never met.
So I enjoyed myself, indulgence in just enjoying life in general.
An asset. For those of us who work there, are proud to call it home. And well, that's the reason I've come. I didn't think you were here looking for a fourth for bridge.
So what I did today is I put this in the freezer like how I was told at the source. I went and got it was easier when it was frozen. So I'm going to do this one too. Boy, it's going to be a great weekend. Woo! I'm going to be doing some laundry, and I think I'll detail my car tomorrow.
Those still
So,
exist.
get everything done.
We just don't have a place to print it. Even if that were true, why would I want to own the Daily Planet? I can't imagine anyone wanting anything else. I'm sorry, my answer is no. I wish you luck going finding some way to rebuild. When you do, you have my subscription. I appreciate it. I just hate to see Lex Luthor win. But Lex Luthor, we've gathered evidence that strongly suggests that he's behind the fall of the Daily Planet. I'd just like to see the expression on his face when
All right, I gotta go.
Appreciate you seeing me, sir.
One of my friends online wants to get a thing when I go online, so I'm gonna do that. All right, there it is. All right.
And how are we feeling today?
All right.
Still feeling a little green around the gills, are we? I, on the other hand, am feeling wonderful. She's beautiful, therefore to be wooed. She's woman, therefore to be won.
There we go. So I'm on here. We're talking good vibes and having a great time. Put a thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm. Here's to life and the liberty to live it, lead it.
Won't be just like that.
I love us, I do. I really do. But she's just a little too independent, don't you think? Well, I'll take care of that. Poor kid of mine. Well, yes, I'll have to kill him too, but...
Well, welcome. Hello. Put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And you can chat on the side here. It's wonderful to hear from you guys. So tell me how you feel. Have you seen the video? How did you like it? If you got suggestions, you know, it's a live video. So when it's live, you know, it's actually easier for me to do live. You don't understand, guys. My internet is not the city internet. I have, let's put it this way. It takes longer to upload a 5 minute video here than what it would is if I went live. Hi. Thank you.
I'll be back when it's over. And you and I will have a nice little heart to heart. Have a nice day. Good night.
There, hi. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. It helps.
I bet Doug's on a cleanse. He's fighting himself, reclaiming his power, and I'm the vehicle for his success. I won't let you down, Dougie. We're all rooting for you.
Advertisement for Glamnetic. Well, hello everyone. Put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And thank you, Chris Green, for texting. It's so good to see you back here. It's been a while, so sharing the love. Sharing the love, as always. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, I gotta do my laundry still. I'm like, yeah. But it's not bad, you know. Maybe I could talk my son into making pizza. Because I feel more like pizza tonight. So I'm thinking,
Honey, if you're not sure,
should I have pizza?
No.
Should I not? Should I have pizza? I don't know.
tells you to do.
So I got results today from my colonoscopy test that I did at home that I sent out. And they said that they don't need me to come to the office for colonoscopy. I am clear and healthy. So I'm like, Amy. So nothing seems abnormal at all. It's all good. So I'm excited about that. I kept that a kind of a secret because I wanted to see, I didn't want to, make people worry for nothing because of the fact that there's been just, I didn't want them to worry. I figured let them tell them, hey, yeah, I took the test. It's okay. That's on the TV. Yeah, so I was really happy about that. I went to take a monogram this last February. And from just this side and my pecs, they said between the side and my pecs, I have a body of like a mid-30s person. I was told that, yeah, I'm in pretty good physical shape. I'm like, oh yeah, yes, I do get the younger. I attract the younger men. Yes, I do. Oh yeah. And wow. I have had a lot of fun with them, really, I'm looking for a relationship is what I'm, more. So, yeah. So I feel the test worries are done, and I feel very optimistic about my life. So I'm doing what I can. I can't, like my father used to say, you can't get blood out of a rock. And if a situation, if you're not really getting a lot of help and you're doing it on your own, then obviously some people should step back and say, hey, you've come a long way. When you're in to keep it positive, when you get out of a bad relationship, it's good to, if it's a relationship that was long term or a marriage, it's good to seek therapy. Talk to somebody, tell them, hey, you're okay. You're not, you're not the bad person. You're just trying to move on. Some people have a harder time to move on than most. And each time I try to be nice, it's constructive that I want to get back together after I spent 10 grand on my, it's just, it is what it is. Some people think being nice is something else, So I went and enjoyed myself today in my soak. It is so great when you have aching, sore muscles, when you use the tea tree oil. I use two capfuls of the tea tree oil, and it infused the whole the whole soak, and it was amazing, and it helped my hand really well. You know, it's good for an inflammatory, and it's great for using it, you know, in your household for, you know, as, you know, sanitizer. So it's got that, you know, the good uses of a lot of things in general. So yeah, I need to get jojoba oil. I used the last bit in one of my, it was about a month and a half ago. So we're gonna get some more. And I hope that everyone is having a good, safe weekend.
We'll get him into the building sealed off. This way.
Oh, honey, I know things haven't worked out the way you planned, but why? Is this the way every girl dreams when rains can be?
Sorry, so bad.
I get mine from work. They give it to me, and what I do is I keep one in my car at all times. I give mine away. I have had people go, I've never heard of that before, and you're like, really? Wow. Okay, you know, let me go in my car and let me get you one. And you know, you use it with apple cider vinegar. You mix it up. Make sure you don't use any metal when you mix it up. And what you do is you mix it up and you get it the consistency that you want. It could be a little or more what they say on the bottle. It's like you mix it. Oh, hey, that looks pretty good. So when it's the consistency that you want, you test the back of your hand. You let it dry on the back of your hand, and you go, yeah, I'm waiting for it to dry. And then, you know, say it's not giving me any, you know, I'm not allergic to it. There's nothing wrong. I'm going to put it on my whole face. That's the biggest organ that you have is our skin. So you put it on your face, you will feel a heart pulsating effect. And then it will dry, it will take some of the moisture out. So to infuse it with jojoba oil puts in that moisture that gets taken out, and then you have a beautifully exfoliated face. Now I've done with both of the jojoba oil and tea tree, and I get an excellent facial. And it makes me feel, I swear to God, I feel younger each and every time I use it. But it does, it exfoliates, it takes dark circles out, and it tightens everything up. Really, it tightens everything up too. So usually if I have to go like, take a lot of pictures with somebody. Oh, if it's late in the evening, I'm using it in the afternoon. I'm going to look good and tight. Ooh, I get good and tight. I'm like, sexy. Okay, that's my secret. All right, now everybody's going to know. And then they're going to go, you just heard that? Omega sat there and told us we look good and sexy. Now, mind you, you want to give it more of a 2 hour, so your face, it will be slightly pink. And then it'll give it time to go back to its normal state. So you can put on beautiful makeup and feel lovely. So that's my secret. And you can go on. Here, let me put where you can get it from. I will edit it right now. All right.
Next week, the first I thought it announced the world was back in business. I reconsidered your proposal. I agree with you, Mr. White.
Go and put that right now.
Besides, one more made in Lex Luthor's coffin will suit me fine. I do have some ideas about modernization. Modernization? Yes, improvements, expansion. Want to see the plans?
All right, and I will go on here and I will put it. You can find it down below. And in here.
Never seen anything so beautiful in my entire life.
There we go. And we got two. One over here. And one down here. So I got it here and here.
You just named everything in this world that's precious to me.
So I make sure that everyone's taken care of. If I'm going to say about a product, I got to go on my live feed and do that too. I didn't have a chance to because when you do a live feed on your phone, it doesn't give you a huge amount of options and you can't overword everything. For some reason, it doesn't do much for the description box. And it's just like lackluster on that one. Unless I take the whole computer out.
I wanted to remove her down, but I never wanted to hurt you.
Can't take the whole computer out. Jeez Louise.
I've said anything.
I need, what I do need is I wish I had a significant other that helped me. Somebody that helped me. Next door neighbor. I'll help. Nope. But I did get 2 cars drive by. You know, I'm almost in front of my actual, the bunkhouse front yard, because there's a front yard for the bunkhouse and there's a front yard for the main house. And yeah, it's separated by the driveway.
Well, if that's how you feel.
I'm almost the bunkhouse front yard, you know.
Friends.
Forever.
What did you want to say?
Oh. Nothing.
So if you're, you know, in town or, you know, the fall festival, me and a bunch of co-workers are going to be on the float. I'm excited. I'm going to be a lady in waiting.
Run off and disappear like you always do when we're having a discussion. Well, guess everything's back to normal. I'm not done with you either.
Here's to beautiful people. I've been waiting for the water to heat up again so I can just wash it inside the house because the water here will be too cold. So, hello, welcome everyone. Come on in, join the chat. We're just talking about positive things, about what we can do in our life. That's just positive, like going for a nice mountain walk. Oh, I am just so thinking, man, I really been wanting to go to Mount Charleston for like a long time. And I haven't had the gas. And now I actually do have the gas, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I can do, but it's mainly stuff to do, cleaning and things, you know, boring stuff. But it is what it is. I got to take care of stuff here before I can go out and do an adventure out there. So, yeah. I'm going to be honest. We had Carrie Nation. I lived in Holly. So let's see. I lived in a place that an old woman got senile. This is how I'm looking at it at Carrie Nation. And for some reason or not, she just didn't like, she just didn't like good parties and just wanted to like, she was part of the prohibition. And unfortunately, Carrie Nation is celebrated with beer tins. Shitloads of them. We just finally, one time, they just had one large beer tin with little things inside it. I'm like, little booths inside it. I sat there and said to my dad, "Boy, the 80s and the 2000s have changed. Carrie Nation means that's where you go in Holly to get fucked up and drink. Woo! Yeah, I'm not joking. It's a joke. They do also have their own Carrie Nation parade. Good morning. What time frame are you coming from? Are you coming from the UK? England? They are about Holland. I know somebody I work with who has family in Holland. Oh, he's a kookball. And he finally proposed to his beautiful gal. Oh, yeah. He proposed to his beautiful gal. I said, finally.
Okay? Well, isn't this just dandy? Superman saves the day again. Is there a problem? Yeah, you.
We're tall people with bicycles. I'm 5'7". I wouldn't call myself tall. I'm just right. I am considered on my dad's side of the family short. It's true. I'm just right. I'm just right. I'm not too tall. I'm not too short. I'm just right. I found out years later the reason why I was one of the few people who do side work for this is like when Christmas time I would do Nori Leather and another company that would use me as a model. So I found out one of the main reasons, because they had other beautiful women, but they were shorter than me. They said, no, we have to go by the guidelines of the modeling. I go, you're kidding me. What's the guidelines of the modeling? You know, who says what's what in the chicken butt? They said it was 5'7". That's right where I'm at. And I said, you got to be joking me. I mean, these people are just as good, if not better, than, you know. And the only reason why I get this gig isn't because of what work I've done. Because some of these people did more work than me, but there were some places to this day they go by the 5'7". If you're ever wondering, some directors will go by that and some won't. They're just weird. It's just everyone's got a different rule for everything. So I voiced my opinion. That was to Nor Leather. Because I told them, well, can we use them? We can do like, we're doing what they call live dolls, so we couldn't really move. And my idea was every hour, you know, because we would move when people weren't looking, and we were really good. It was a long time ago. And I said, why don't we have this person and this person? They're not real tall, but they can, you know, work as, you know, an elf or whatever, you know. And they were like, no, we have to go by a certain rule. I'm like, whatever, I'm not going to. I got a side gig, you know, and that's how I got it. They stated, I stated the, you know, what I felt, and they said, yeah, that's kind of the truth, because I really didn't do anything before that. I just seen it in the ad in the Metro Times. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And it didn't say who it was for. It was just, you had to find out when you sent your picture. This is back when you emailed shit. You sent your picture, and then you got an email back, hey, yeah, you know, call this number. And sometimes it was a real gig. And sometimes in Metro Times, they were a scam artist in it. So you had to be careful. And they did too. They didn't want, they said, and being that it was Nor Leather, they were very popular back in the 90s and early 2000s. And they were like, we would get thousands of people that we wouldn't be interested in. So they got the people they wanted. I did my gig. I worked hard, and I was surprised. That was the one time my ex knew right where I said, "You worried about me? You worried about me playing around? Well, just drive down this street. I'm right on that window today." Yeah. So he never flinched, and it was funny. But he said, and when he did drive by, I was there. And he never bitched. I thought that was the weirdest gig I ever had, and he never bitched about it because it was a short gig. They only had it a whole weekend. You had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It wasn't throughout like the Christmas season. It was something weird for someone to do. It was an artist who paid us. You know, somebody wanted a real live moving art piece. So I was like, well, so that's where I was. Oh, I still haven't done my art for the Dirty Show. I will do it. I just.
Did the police say if Dr. Heller was murdered here or just dumped here? This is just a wild guess, but is something bothering you?
It's that Carlin woman. I can't believe her all. In my experience, it's the people who say they're fine who need help the most.
Well, she's a professional. Maybe she knows a little bit more about this than we do.
Nobody knows me better than me. Believe me, I'm fine.
Well, is that why you have all those candy bars in your desk drawer?
Those are for emergency, in case I have some drastic drop in blood sugar level. And what are you doing in my drawers then? Look at this. Who are these idiots?
Well, whoever they are,
Yes, it's really nice, you know. So today I did a full soak in the green calcium bentonite that I put in jars. Well, a lot of times we're asked, hey, you want to take a jar or two home? We got one mess up. We got this. Hey, you know, just take it home, do what you want. And we're like, I'm thinking, do a body. Yeah, you think I'm not thinking it? I was. I couldn't wait. And it really, I don't know how to describe it. I got to do that at least once a month, man. In the wintertime, I'll just deal and suffer because it is a messy thing to deal with. I will not put it in my plumbing in my house. No, not even in my RV. But in the summertime, you only have here wintertime is very short. So you have a lot of times it starts in November, December, January, and February. Those are the 4 months that are really cold. And if I don't have my soak, I will still survive. There's other ways to try to do that. So right now I have the heat still, and it's August, actually September 1st today. So it's September 1st and it's still hot, you know. And I'm just very happy. I couldn't believe how much the tea tree oil, just 2 capfuls. It is an amazing oil. This is cold pressed. It's great. You know, if you have sore muscles, it's great to put in there. And it just feels absolutely wonderful. In the soak, it was absolutely a blessing. And I didn't burn. Well, I wasn't out there at like 12 or whatever. There's a reason why, you know. So it is amazing to use, you know. And that's.
How to do?
So don't forget to put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm.
You used your left hand to protect yourself. And in front of the cameras, you used your left hand to push your hair back. How many times do I have to tell you Lois Lane is right-handed? Sorry. What I'm being sorry is not acceptable.
It won't happen again.
Boy, I gotta clean up in here. Oh.
So easily manipulated. And this is just the beginning. By the time I'm finished, Metropolis will be torn apart.
So yeah, it's been something, you know. Yeah, yeah. At least we only have a 4-day week, which is cool. So at least I don't have to really worry, you know.
Did you get my order?
4 days of fun. So for here, it's let the shenanigans begin.
By the way, I'm with you.
Yeah, there's nothing wild going on. And a lot of times my ex and I are in the same room, but we don't really talk to each other. It's just,
Stop doing the booking.
Always. Why?
how can I say
Looking
this?
at this.
I guess it's best said the way my father
Don't
said it.
start.
There are some people who are like fruit. You know, they look really good when they're young, you know. They're just a nice piece of fruit, you know. Everything's together. But then
What?
they don't turn out like either of their parents who aged really well and became a really nice piece of fruit and turned into a nice wine. You have something that turns into like a nasty piece of fruit and old vinegar. And it's just not pleasing, you know? That's the best way to say
What in
yeah.
Sam Hill was that stunt you pulled
It,
last
it,
week?
it just
I
is
thought
what
she's
it
been all
is.
over me like a bad rash.
Would have stayed loving him. I would have stayed in the marriage.
Virtuoso
It's just
performance on the late news.
his wandering penis was
You know,
not
you have
a
an
joy.
opinion to express. You might consider
And the
using our
neighbors
editorial page.
thought they knew before
Are you saying you
me, but in reality, what happened was I walked in on the situation and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to, you know, I didn't want him to think that I was going to go crazy and do all it. No, I kept it all inside and I got really tan that summer. I kept it all inside. I thought, Jesus Christ, that son of a bitch. He's always lying and, you know, yeah. He went, he was connected to her. In fact, he looked for my opiates so he can give her that. Yeah, he stole from me to give to his
What you're
girlfriend.
demonstrating
Which I thought was funny.
stress.
They were really old. They were, it was before I put in for the divorce. They were almost 2 years old by the time she got a hold of him. Okay. Yeah, now she's she got off. I believe she got off opiates. I'm not sure. All I know is she's in an old folks.
Well, I can't. We have to attend Lex's will reading. It's part of our series on the breakup of Lex score.
So it looks like there's hope for me yet.
Let's go ahead. I'll meet you back here in a couple hours.
Well, what's funny is my friend from Holland, I'm taller than him. Yeah, my friend from Holland that I work with, his mother is in Holland, and God bless her soul. Yeah, is either he's dealing with you know her things going on there. I don't know if she passed. If she did, then God bless her soul. But he's a good hard worker, and he mentioned that. But I'm so happy that he finally proposed to the woman he loves, and I think that's great. But he said he was from Holland, and I said, oh, them freaky deaky. Oh, that's what you are.
She's too stubborn.
Huh. There's somebody for everybody.
Understanding, she'll come through it.
Yeah, but when?
Could.
Yeah, I'm taller than he is.
Have you had the
But he's a
desire to
mighty,
step
you
out
know,
of the
hard
wilderness?
worker, so, you know, all works out.
The only desire I've had lately is for double crunch bars.
I'm not hungry. I'm so worried about Lois lately. I haven't had much of an appetite.
At least she's working with this Dr. Carlin.
So
That's a start.
I think
Yeah, I
that
guess it
there
all started
are
with Lex's
a lot
proposal.
more taller
That was
people
less
in
than I
Holland.
expected.
Yeah, and bike
And then
riding.
the planet was
That's cool.
destroyed.
I got
City.
a bike. I
And
guess you
this
can
one decided
say
to tell me who
that I could ride my bike there,
Desperate to stop her from
but
marrying
being
Lex.
I found out
And
I'm
then when he
lazy.
suddenly changed his mind and told me
I
he
really
didn't.
am.
Well,
When I want to go home, I want to be there in 5 minutes, not riding my bike. I got a hard enough time keeping
Well,
uh,
for a second I thought there might be something
weight
between
on
us.
me. Right now, I'm not going to include bike rides. It means I have to buy more groceries. I'm going to wait until it's cooler. It is like when I get off work, even if I stayed later, like say I stayed till 10,
Person she's in love with.
by that time, it is about 100 degrees. I am not driving a bike at 100 degrees. I want to give myself an option to drive in nice style and in air conditioning. Yeah, I'm when it comes to certain things, I am a princess. And when it comes to going home, when you work your bum off and you're hot and sweaty, that air conditioning is like heaven to me. And it's like,
I loved him as much as any woman could love
I
him.
remember one time Sarah's like, what? Oh, yeah. Oh.
I still love him.
She was laughing. I was making her laugh. And I was saying, oh, that air conditioning feels so good. And it did. It felt great. It is heaven to me. It's like when you first get in the shower and it feels just right and you've had a hard day at work and that water hits you, you're like, oh my God, that feels so good.
Delicate skin needs. Effective for the whole family. Sensitive skin stays protected with our hypoallergenic physician-tested products. Because when you care for their skin,
I
you
truly
protect their bond with
feel
you.
grateful.
Clean ingredients
No,
for
I
life's
don't
most
have,
sensitive skin.
you know,
Honest.
big money and a big name and stuff. I'm just making myself. But the one thing I do have is myself, which I can't complain. You know, I get up, I do my work, get my paycheck, and I pay bills and I have fun.
I'm afraid we're going to see things get worse before they get better.
Can't
And the
complain.
Metropolis Arts Council, at least the sum of $50,000. Metropolis Children's Summer Camp.
I was told by somebody that I would lose my Jeep if I didn't have my job that I did. Yeah, I could see that happening, but it didn't.
How was your session?
I remember thinking, this is like my last payment. They told me this. This is what they said. It didn't matter if I was sending the payment that they asked for. They said, as long as I'm sending anything each week. So each week I gave them a part of my paycheck. And each time I was just cutting it down lower and lower and lower. And they said, in those cases, we don't send a repo guy while you're still paying. He says it's when you quit paying that we send a repo person out there. So that made me think, oh, okay, yeah. It was a lot easier for me to relax. But it was very hard. It just very hard.
Boss, maybe we should just try to find her. She may know something about the disappearance of Luther.
Yeah, I'd like to meet the woman that said I'd do before I did. Almost did. Didn't.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm very happy with
I'd like to see
the group we have now. So it's, you know.
How is the ignition? Brainwaves are stabilized. Tomorrow I'll begin a mild stimulation to initiate regeneration. You always said you were the best physician he ever had.
I always think of tulips when I think of
I
Holland.
can't tell you how comforting it is to have you caring for me. It's a labor of love. It's very special to me.
I think of those shoes. Oh yeah, I want a pair. The
It's
clogs.
regarding to your men. I have the kryptonite. You won't be long now. Be well, darling.
So when I went for my soak, I took all my stuff off, all my jewelry, everything that was metal. And then when I went in there, I also did a facial on my face, but it was only water and the tea tree oil. So,
Spent 3 hours at the Bureau of Vital Statistics yesterday. There's no marriage certificate on Lex in this state or any other.
Jimmy, find anything
I
out
feel
there?
good.
Turns out he was married in a ship in the Caribbean. I found this wedding announcement around the planet 10 years ago.
No picture, no maiden name.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to try to track down that ship's captain. Wallace Lane?
Yeah?
Detective Ryder, Metropolis PD. You want to tell me where you were last night around 1 o'clock?
I was going to sleep. Why?
I didn't verify that.
No, of course not. I sleep alone. By choice.
What's this about, Detective? At 1 a.m. last night, a guard was assaulted outside Lex Luthor's penthouse by a woman he's identified as Miss Lane.
That's ridiculous.
This picture was taken by a security
So
camera
out
outside
of
the
here,
penthouse.
I
As far
have
as we can make out, the only
some
evidence
guys
was
that
the
have
engagement ring.
contacted
Luthor
me
had given
and
Miss
said,
Lane
hey, yeah, let's
$500,000.
talk and be friends. So I do have some guys that I have been talking out of
Aggravated
here
assault,
that
breaking and
want,
entering, and grand
you know,
theft.
just friendships, and that's all I've been, you know, just talking back and forth with them. And it's been unique, you know, some of the friendships don't last, they just quit talking to me. You know, I will send them something and nothing will come back, and you know, it is what it is. Some people have problems with their phones. They, one of my friends had dropped his phone
You don't
and
actually think I did these
the
things.
screen's all crapped up, so I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, let me help
And,
you. There is someone out there who
I've been
looks like me
talking
who is trying
to
ruin
another
my
friend that I
life.
pray with. It's like, yeah, I let them know, you know, what's going on with my life, but it's not serious. And then I got another friend that I talked to. It's a little more
And I want you to
serious.
schedule an appointment with Dr. Carl. Now,
Excuse me.
is that clear?
I have to go sign for my purse.
I'm worried about her, Chief. Yeah, me too. See if she gets home okay. See you back.
So what are you going to do with all this free time?
Well, learn piano, maybe work on my tan, or I might try finding out who's setting me up. Are you going to help
I
me,
think
or
they're
am I going to have
getting
to do
water
this
or
alone?
something, but I don't know what the knock on the door was.
Just
But
Can't
will
you
you
see
be my
some strange things
huckleberry?
are happening? I am a
It's
resident.
huckleberry.
People are suddenly agitated
Soft and
about
chewy
the plastic
huckleberry.
surgery used to
Will
look
you
like
be my
Aztec murder.
huckleberry?
Now, I can't prove that all these things are connected, but my first instinct says there's your instinct.
My instincts say never argue with a woman who's just been behind bars. What do you want to do?
Okay. If there's a woman out there who looks like me, I know there is because there's no other rational explanation, so no bother arguing. She must have had plastic surgery.
I better go find
And
out. I
what
hear
makes
yelling
plastic surgery
now.
has been in the news?
Dr. Keller.
Yes. According to that homeless guy, Dr. Holland was killed by somebody who looked exactly like me. Only we both know who can make her. And I and I were talking yesterday.
So maybe we should stop by the dead doctor's office and see who some of his more recent patients are.
Still think I'm crazy?
I think you're brilliant. But there is a fine line between brilliance and lunacy. The mom endorsed a gun. That'd be it. Stop whatever you're in.
So, I'll take it.
I'm gonna go check. See,
Smile pretty for the government. Do we even know where Dr. Heller's office is?
No, maybe it's in the phone book.
Why'd you just do that?
What?
Stuck your finger in the corner.
Well, what's the big deal? It's just a habit. Everybody does it.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Maybe. Why?
I just think it's interesting. You're a well-paid professional. Why do you feel like you have to look for loose change?
Not everything a person does has some hidden meaning. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
that was weird. There were like lights coming, like there was a vehicle in the driveway. And I didn't have any shoes to go out into the gravel.
Great. The page with Dr. Heller's address is torn up.
It's in the right pages.
You know, I don't think people realize just how inconsiderate it is to like rip pages out of the public phone.
Here it is.
Oh, I like the one, they have some good actors. That's an old movie.
Taxi!
Tombstone.
Taxi!
Well, he must have super hearing. Lois, how exactly are we going to get into Dr. Heller's office and look at his records? I mean, that information is confidential.
It's not going to be that hard, Clark. I'll just ask to see my file.
Here we go. Consumer cellular uses the same powers as big wireless and then passes the savings on to you, saving money for something else. Speaking of, I ordered us some Thai food for unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage starting at just $20. Call Consumer Cellular.
Not going to be that hard, Clark. I'll just ask to see my file. I'm sorry, that was close. I just need my file. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you heard, but the Taylor died, so I'm moving everything in storage. That's why I need my privacy. This is my new doctor, and he needs to look it over for medical reasons.
My patient is suffering some side effects from the operation Dr. Heller performed. Some physical, some mental.
Oh, well, this will be okay. Name? Name. Get your name. Don't you recognize me? I come here a lot. Oh, I would know into the temp. She's the temp. Obviously, you are really busy, so why don't I just go through some of these boxes? No, if you want it, I need to know the name on the file. Well, I wouldn't presume to know the name on the file. How would I know how Dr. Heller's filing system works? Maybe it's in here. Hey, you can't go in there.
Very subtle, Lois. Why don't you just knock her out with a sledgehammer?
Someone's trying to frame the Clark. I don't have time.
Oh, yeah.
Like this.
You can't, and here he played Jim Morrison,
Dr. Heller's last
the actor who played
operation,
Doc Holliday. Oh, he did an excellent job. He was doing stuff with Mark Twain, and I really wanted to see him, and then he had throat cancer, and I was like, crap.
Lex Luthor's ex-wife is out to
I
get
really
him.
wanted to see
Why?
him.
It's not like I stole him
He was
away.
in Arizona, and I was looking to buy tickets, and
It's Jimmy.
this is, Val Kilmer. Oh, shoot, I was looking forward to seeing him. He was doing a Mark Twain whole thing, and it was like really good stand-up. It was just amazing. I heard a lot of people go, they've seen it twice. I'm like, crap, they should bring him. I wanted to, back then I was like, oh, why didn't, he get brought in over here, and it would have been something cool, but it is what it is, And he played a good Doc Holliday.
Captain, was our understanding that
He was one of his son, who looks a lot like him now. He talks for his dad and helps his dad out.
But I could tell he was a comer. That bride of his. She was.
Something like me.
Yeah, he really did, that movie. I think with all the other lead actors, he was one of the ones that just pulled it off too.
Sure, Mrs.
He's one of the characters that pulled it all together.
I'm retired. I ain't seen oh, you said you might want to see a wedding picture. I got pictures of everybody I ever married.
You know, there's certain people who can play certain things. It just went well.
Lex Luthor and Harry Carlin married at October 8th, 1984.
Ariana Carmen is Mrs. Luthor.
That guy in the alley thought he heard Harry. It was Harry. Chief, have you seen Dr. Carlin?
Yeah, she fell off to the day. Why?
I found this book of hers on subliminal advertising and I wanted to autograph.
So, yeah, I've been just
Whatever happened to chocolates and flowers?
keeping busy.
My mom's like, wait, just get out.
Tomorrow I got to go to Walmart and get some tie things to go on my smock so I can make a tie closed.
Lois, I thought I told you to take the rest of the week off.
I'm through taking orders from you. And I'm through with the plan. I
Oh,
consider this my
There's some actors that are amazing, and it just saddened my heart, you know. So he's in Arizona.
Somebody call the fire department. Everybody get down and remain still. We have no quiet gas.
Wow. Oh, lucky you. He seems to be a very humble person, so it would be nice to meet him at least once.
Hey! Hey! Wow, you were great. A little heavy on the eyeliner, I think. Sorry, but you're a little plain for me. Plain? Sure beats whatever shopping channel convinced you that was a good look. Hey, you gotta act like a prissy glorified typist. You gotta dress the part. Well, my hair has a lot more bounce than this cheap. Lois! You don't seem to be yourself today.
So where I usually go to get my slushies, yeah, I go to Circle K.
It was Lois.
Yeah, they're like 85 cents.
She
I'm
came
like,
in here, she
woo,
threw a tear gas canister.
slushy.
So,
Set up.
I go to get my slushie, and I told the one cashier how old I was. She goes, "You're kidding me." Wow. And she's from New York. I'm from Detroit. I am where electric, music, the stuff we listen to now was invented. That dance stuff in Detroit. Not the Europeans as much as they overdo it. It's nice when you meet someone. It's really a pain in the butt when you meet such a good actress who, they play a really good part, of a nice person. So when you meet them in real life, they're a dick. It could be male, female. I've met both that. You're like, you hear them from afar, or you see them from afar, and you're like, oh, God, I'm glad I'm not meeting them. And I've thought that many times. I had no problem with not getting a picture with them and stuff. I'm like, you know what? They can be on their own. And that, my friend had this real crush on an actor, and we happened to see that person, and my friend went, oh, I gotta go get a I wouldn't. He's not in, he doesn't look like he's in a movie. Okay. Yeah. Now, life goes on.
That's it. Ask him to put on an APB at Dr. Carlin.
So,
These are all Ariana's latest colors.
Exactly what is it you're looking for?
Subliminal messages. I got it. When you link together the first letter of each one of these paragraphs, it spells the message, Superman is evil. Man of
So
Steel.
I'm putting this together here.
Superman must die. It's no wonder that 20% of Metropolis is suddenly anti-Superman.
Yeah, I'm glad the doctor's got an order to follow. Okay, let's see what she's got planned for tomorrow.
Lane murder of Superman good.
I always wanted to meet her too. She has a talk show now.
And tear the city apart over her trial.
And I am, how can I say, very proud of her as an actress. You know, she does it all.
She's online too.
And Barrymore, man, they know how to party when you die, I tell you.
Where are you?
Nurse is threatening to kill herself unless she can speak to Superman.
He'll be there as soon as I can find him.
Oh, I didn't capitalize the B. I hate doing everything one-handed.
I was only concerned.
Yeah.
The help. Of course, you'll definitely insist that you've been framed. But it's actually me who kills you. Classic guilt transfers.
You're the one that needs help. Nothing can kill Superman.
You remember tonight? You were the one who named it. And this gun. Well, kill him with it. And then you will know the pain that I felt when you drove the length of my life to his death.
I didn't drive the next instant.
Your estate was 9 years. Too bad we don't have more time to explore that. Hurry up! You'll be here in a minute.
Who are you?
Let's just say I was an accident victim who was in the right place at the right time.
Lois, you're stressed. As your doctor, I'm going to prescribe a light sedative.
I thought about writing a dating book for nice people because we're the ones that, I was looking for a relationship. After 2 years of being divorced, I wanted to get serious, and I regurgitated some boyfriends that, let's just put it this way, they're finally getting their stuff together, but, you know, they don't want a relationship, and that's what I want, is a relationship where, you know, they once in a while take me out. I got someone to go to the movies with, you know. I get, you know, it's just, Beetlejuice is coming out, and I really want to see it.
In a few minutes. I'm sure I wish you hadn't.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I date a bunch of guys that I didn't know. They stated that they were single. When you state you're single on a dating app, I believe you. So when you and I date and talk for like 6 months and we get together and consummate our relationship, and then 2 months later I get a nasty, nasty phone call from a woman who says that their fiance, significant other, whatever, the main girl, I'm like, hold it, you know. This guy's very attentive, you know. He answers all my text message in a timely manner. He doesn't have weekends free or nothing. I said, look, these are the, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. There's nothing he can do. But I had no idea he was cheating. Zero. So I had no idea. And usually for nice people, you start noticing is when they don't return your text in timely manner, meaning like 2 days later they return it. They're no longer interested as you as a person. And that's the bad thing about when you're dating as a nice person, you just think they got busy, but no, they got busy with somebody else. And you just got used with the promise of a relationship. After talking to this person for 6 months with the promise of a relationship, finalizing the relationship and then finding out that they're either, in some cases, to be married. Yeah. So it's like, whose fault is it? Well, he liked me on dating app, It is what it is. So when I started to be more picky and tell people that we will be talking for X amount of time before you even meet me, they usually drop me. For some reason, they just don't want to spend the time talking with me. Yeah. After about a month, I got rid of most of the people that said that they liked me. So it's usually right now I have been talking with, several people. So we'll see what happens. It drives me nuts because they're the one lying. I'm going, hey, are you in a relationship? And they're telling me, no, we're not in a relationship. And then half a year later, he proposes when we're still having the relationship. He proposes to the woman, but keeps the icing on the side. And then when the lady finds out, he gets all kind of like, hey, dude, you need to tell your lady what you did. If you don't, she'll find out down the road, because I'm sure he never took himself off those dating apps. You get what you get, So after all that, I started to have it where it went for a long period of time before I would even meet these people. And what I found out was simple, that most of the guys can't make it past a month. So I have another, guy that I'm talking to. It's a long distance relationship. I'll see how long it will last. I will put in my effort. Yeah, me too.
Is it newsworthy?
Very. It's kind of a personal thing.
Plus, you've got great.
So here it is. I'm like, yeah. It's more or less it will happen when I, when they're not looking, or, it could happen that I'm talking to one of the guys and they decide to move in my area. And you never know.
Now, don't argue with me on that. You will, Clark. Are you sure we're talking to the real Lois?
I used to hear my ex-brother-in-law said, "May the gods bless you today and bring your love your way."
And guys,
I thought that was kind of neat. Even though he's douchey, but hey, it is what it is. He was a severe alcoholic, and when my ex gets a drinking, he calls his brother up, and I hear him talk about how his woman was and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you knew how she was before you got married. Do you think it was going to get better? Oh. He was in fantasy world. And then when the fantasy really quit was when Mummy died. Oh yeah, fantasy world was a whole different thing. He almost lost his house. And it's not through him. It's his wife, or ex-wife. Oh yeah, it was a horrible thing, but he did get it back, and he got it back through the help of his sister.
Changing diapers doesn't have to be so boring. Right, little guy? Hello makes diapers that make babying better.
Yeah.
They don't always seriously
So
take
my
this
feeling
much
is,
personality as they do.
you know,
Snug and comfy fit, super soft
yeah,
and ultra absorbent. And a subscription that's as flexible as you.
I got one of the
So you can
guys
stop searching for
that
more,
I'm
get
talking
delivery right to your door. If it's not new
to
goodies, they
find
come
out
with
where I
babies.
live,
Happy
come up
parents
and
too.
just
Hello.
knock on my
Let's change
door
diapers.
and say, hey, you know, it's me. And I'd be like, holy hell, let's go to a movie. Let's do something fun. I would hope that would be a Friday, then I wouldn't have to call off.
Not every year. Just every year since I've been eligible.
I bet you'll win it from the drug cartels.
Well, dinner's always
So I've been just enjoying my day, and I got to get laundry done.
And their dates. You wanna go?
Sure, yeah.
Great. Well, why don't you run in and get a tux and I'll meet you at the bank. We'll meet you back here at 5.
Yeah, it's been pretty, how can I say, it's been, my ex, I don't know what he says, I'm sure it's not nice. Recently he said, he said some stuff that got back to me, and I stated to everyone on here, you need to ask him who brought me to that specialty bar. Oh, it was his sister's last, one of the places she worked at. Yeah, he let that set in. He knew the owner too. Now, when the owner got to learn how my ex was, that's when he became anti my ex-husband. He really put on he told me I got to put on a fake face for a man who refuses to get a job, is what he said. He said he was the same way when he was younger, because apparently he worked as a dishwasher there, but he was late so many times that he just said no. He didn't get to stay. So that's the one job he never told me about. And that's the reason why he knew the owner, is because he did some dishwashing, but because he was late all the time. He said, how do you get him on? I go, because I'm the one making the money. You come to my work, take my check, take my ID, go next door. After I sign the check, and then he would, of course, I would be given the stub, and he would leave. Oh yeah, and he did that many times, and it wasn't to pay an electric bill or anything. I found out later on that was because he would have a lady friend or something. Oh, my dad told me all this stuff that he was doing. Oh gosh, he said, he called them Pimp Daddy. That was his nickname. Oh yeah, that was my dad's nickname to my ex, Pimp Daddy. When I was working at a place called, I'm not going to put it out there, but but he just said, man, that's just low. It's just low.
It's not a pen.
I was trying to leave him then, and then I tried to leave him another time, and the third time, I just told him,
I stuck it on your desk.
no,
Look, listen,
I'm
that's
done.
cool, huh? I got it.
I'm getting a divorce. I don't know what you're going to get, but it is going to be a divorce too.
It's not super. It's only got a
It is what it is.
Here's the cool thing.
I finally let it stew and let him screw up again, and decided it was time to just pull in the towel and say, it's just not working out. There's nothing that can make it work. It's been over an hour, and I am going to go and watch a movie on my show.
The sound of the bank.
So I have been watching a lot of commercials and stuff. I hope everyone here, don't forget to put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm.
That jacket.
I'm really happy with,
We can pay attention.
yeah.
Biker jacket. A biker jacket?
That's the only thing you can do. You got to move on, and you got to deal with, what you've been handed, and do the best you can. There's nothing, no magic pill. A divorce hurts, I knew that. I knew it was going to be hard. I just didn't think my ex was going to spread rumors, but hell, he spread rumors about me when we wwere married. So, I mean, I guess you could 20% it make it worse, but it is what it is. People, if they care about you, they see what they know. And all the people I know that, let's put it this way, my true friends, when I'm not in the room, I know that they're not talking behind my back. They are applauding me in front of people talking behind my back. So, yeah. That's unacceptable. Oh, it is. It is.
Even Secretariat didn't win the first time out. One, I do not so much. Now, Lois, don't you anything so far?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I divorced him because of one of those reasons. I was just done. I mean, by the time my neighbors told me, I already knew. My dad even mentioned her being a problem. I go, oh, yeah, I know.
So don't the planet is
All she did was take out my garbage. That's all.
She got it.
I knew what I had. That's why I tried so hard twice before. And that's why I didn't say anything to nobody. I just figured, let it wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm the one dating guys. I'm the one. Well, sweetheart, I can get guys to come over here. I have yet to see a woman come over and hang out with my ex. The only woman that hangs out with him is my daughter's friend, and she's 22. And my neighbors have been telling me that, yeah. Oh, they're talking about that one too. I'm staying out of that because I don't know. She looks at him in very loving eyes and tries to take care of him. So it makes me think there's a little bit more going on with her and my ex. So it is what it is. She stays in his room when, yeah. My son said, oh, yeah.
So. Great reviews, no sales. Heavy Masonic R&D. Had some bad luck financially. Patents stolen, accountants ripping them off. And then
so I'm happy about that. I love the fact that I'm divorced. It took a long time to get that way, and then to get a job and to keep working at it. It gets to be a pain.
Stoke in Camden.
But I still go up, I get up, and I do what I'm supposed to. And today I messaged my friends so they know not to come in today.
There's something I wanted to ask you first.
So it's like, will you be my huckleberry? Oh, it's so good too. It's good. So I am going to let everyone go. Enjoy the rest of the time.
Lois, I'm kidding.
I'll try to get on tomorrow.
I didn't buy that dress for the awards. I bought that dress around the same time as the awards. It was a coincidence. And to tell you the
Keep
truth,
a prayer in your pocket. And love in your heart.
Great stories. Mine destroyed an international drug network, and yours told the really searing truth about old people.